I usually wouldn't go unannounced, but I knew he was alone and always eager to see me. That's when I saw my grandpa and my uncle spit roasting my mother. I'm just kidding, that's not in there.
Yeah. Damn it. Ew, what?
Oh, it's exciting for you.
Welcome back to Bad Tofu. I'm Brad. That's Laura.
Hello.
And this is another episode of Reddit Stories. Today, Laura and I are going to be reading some messed up grandparent stories. I'm gonna let her start it off.
I mean, mine's not that messed up. Yeah, I don't. Now I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, mine's not like messed up. So now I'm really concerned. Because like when I said I have a grandma story, the cackle you emitted from your face was alarming, actually. So I'm gonna go first. Oh God, I'm gonna go first, and hopefully it'll soften the blow of whatever the fuck Brad's got going on. Okay, mine's Am I the Asshole? It was posted by a throwaway account. So the title is, Am I the Asshole for asking my son to bring my 6-week-old granddaughter to visit me without his fiance? Throwaway. 51 female, my son is 29, and he and his fiance Jen have a 6-week-old daughter, Lily. She also has a 7-year-old son that is not my son's child, but I still consider him my grandbaby. I used to get along really well with Jen and told everyone she was like a daughter to me. But when she got pregnant, she started acting weird towards me. Like I asked to be in the room for the delivery and she clicked no, despite letting her 7-year-old son's dad's mom in the room for his delivery. Okay. Mom said no. And grandma was like, to let her other mother-in-law 7 years ago be in the delivery room with her son. So she feels like she's entitled to that. No big deal, it's her choice. But when I went to visit the hospital afterwards, she acted really put off that I was there. I figured she was just tired and left after 20 minutes to give her space. But then it continued. I have stopped in to see everyone about 5 times since she had the baby, and every single time that I walk in, she gets really quiet. Whenever I'm holding the baby, she is hovering. She keeps snapping at me over small things like how I'm holding the baby. Had her on her belly on my arm or sideways across my knees on her belly because she's crying. Obviously, she doesn't like that, so stop. Or snapping at me for things that I say to the baby. Like when she starts fussing, I said, "You won't get your own way with me. You can't play me like that," in a baby voice, trying to calm her. And she goes, "She's 4 weeks old. How exactly is she playing you?" Then she got livid and actually kicked me out of the house one time because she picked up the baby for making the smallest of noises, and I told her the baby was going to get used to being held all the time if she kept doing that, and all she said was, "Well, it's a good thing she's my child and I don't have to listen to your crying it out bullshit." Well, I went there on Thanksgiving, and apparently it was her mother's first time meeting the baby, and of course the baby was all smiles and loved her grandma. But when I got the chance to hold the baby, she immediately started screaming and was promptly taken from me. I feel very slighted. I asked my son if he would bring the baby to visit me without his fiance because I feel like his fiance's attitude toward me is the reason why the baby screams every time I hold her.
Wow.
I definitely think she's picking up on the hostility.
Dude, this ain't your
Why she
kid.
even I don't know why she even dislikes me. Now,
Because it's you
but
reading this, I
asking-
really wanted to be on this person's side. Like, I really tried. I can't. I absolutely can't. This person is obnoxious.
I don't know why she even dislikes me now, but asking her currently would be pointless. He told
The
me
baby or the
he absolutely
fiance?
wouldn't- I honestly, when I first read this, I was like, how are you gonna ask a baby if they like you? Sorry. I definitely think she's picking up on the hostility. Blah 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 blah. He told me he would absolutely not be bringing his daughter to my place without her mother because he wouldn't do that to his fiance.
Yeah.
Who has never been away from the baby thus far. The baby's only 6 weeks old.
What?
I told
This
him
woman
they
is a
were purposely
psychopath.
ruining. I told him they were purposely ruining my chance at a relationship with my granddaughter, and he said that it wasn't true and that I need to stop pushing my old-fashioned beliefs, which is the first time I've heard of this.
Old fashioned?
Am I the asshole for Am I the asshole
Yes.
for expecting him to
Yes.
bring my granddaughter
Yes.
to me without her mom
Absolutely,
so I can
yes.
have a relationship?
Yes, you are. 100%. And I
was
get,
reading this.
yes, you
Yeah, go ahead.
you are absolutely the fucking asshole. It is her child. You don't have a right to that child. You don't. It doesn't
my
matter.
gosh.
It does not matter. You are not the parent.
Ooh. No, it's the thing is like this person is just like my grandbaby, my grandchild. Like you're ruining my chance at my relationship with my grandchild. And I'm like, lady, first of all,
It's 6 weeks old.
been 6
It's
weeks.
a 6-week-old baby.
it's been 6 weeks.
You
and,
will
like,
have plenty of time with this baby if you're not a raging.
cunt.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna edit that and just.
Oh, hold on. So this is a comment that I really, honestly, I think this is where the problem is. The fact that this is from Beautiful Rhubarb. The fact that it was her own mother's first time meeting the baby on Thanksgiving suggests that everyone else kept their distance for a bit, and she's been over 5 different times, which honestly, yeah, like a lot of times when people are like bringing a new baby home, they want time to themselves. And it sounds like mother-in-law was just like, well, it's my grandbaby, and was just like dropping in.
Yeah.
Because
Just showing up randomly, yeah.
yeah.
Which isn't cool.
Yeah,
Whatever, like that's the mom's.
That's not cool
Everyone's healing.
anyways.
Everyone's healing, especially the mom.
Yeah.
But like everyone is
Yeah.
healing right now. Give them
And
space.
adjusting to their new family dynamic.
Yeah.
Like,
Give them space, dude. I promise. It's been 6 weeks. You will have time with that child, but she probably won't now because
unless
she's making an ass of
unless,
herself.
of course. Yeah. It's so funny. This one says, I thought the same thing about the missing reasons, except OP lists many reasons in her post, but doesn't see how what she says and does is so disturbing and hurtful.
Yeah.
Like it's a post. OP is making a post being like, obviously I'm in the right, and everybody's just like, ooh, lady.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not surprised. You should look at controversial and see if anybody agrees with her.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Oh.
I don't know how to use the internet.
I mean, it's
Okay,
fine.
hold on. Let me see. More. Oh, I see. Filter. Asshole, not the asshole. Let me see. Is there an update? Ooh. I don't think so. It doesn't have.
So it's pretty much everybody against the old lady.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody is like asshole.
I think she might have caused world peace.
I have no kids at all, much less a newborn, and I can count on one hand the people I want to come to my house 5 times in 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. An overbearing mother-in-law is the worst.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I had my kid, I don't remember, like, there was nobody stopping in. We would be we would be inviting people over to our home.
Yeah, which is how it should be. When you just gave birth,
Right.
nobody should just be
Yeah.
dropping in.
If you're dropping in, you're staying at the door and handing me a casserole dish of food I don't have to cook for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And leaving.
Well, I don't.
Like,
Okay,
oh,
okay.
I
Well, I don't know.
know.
If I lived in Maine and you had another kid, I would definitely just drop in. I'm sorry, I would.
Oh, you're bedridden? Perfect timing.
Let's record,
You
Laura.
can't escape.
We need to record. It's been 5 weeks.
Oh God, nah, don't worry, it will not be an issue.
Well, if I get pregnant, it won't be an
Anywho,
issue.
then, she was marked asshole.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So.
All right. You ready? You ready for?
Oh no, I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very nervous. Hold on, let me grab my water.
Okay.
It's just out of our. Is that the right phrase? Ow.
If it's not, I'll cut it.
Okay. Whew. No, you can leave it.
So,
Stop playing God.
so I wasn't going to read this one, but then you said you had a grandma one, so like, why not read a grandpa one?
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying this at all.
I am pretty sure my mom is having a sexual relationship with my grandfather, her father.
No.
And I don't know
No.
what the right thing to do is.
No. Go on.
Go on. I just want to start off by saying that I'm super disturbed and might regret writing this, but I feel like I must get it out of my system.
Let me say, I regret Bradley reading it, so.
Even if I just save it in draft and never post. It's been bubbling inside me, and I don't know what the hell to do about it. I am not asking for advice, but I do hope I will feel better after I write it down. Oh, this isn't true off my chest, too, by the way.
Okay.
I play it back in my head, and it does seem wild, but it's the truth. And it's laying heavy on me. I don't know how this sub works, but please be sensitive with whatever you have to say. I am on the brink.
Oh no.
So my grandmother died about 8 months ago. And ever since, my mom has been going to visit her father much more often. Sometimes we all go together, our entire family. I mean, but as it's hard to align our schedules, most of the time she goes alone and sleeps over for a few days, usually the weekend.
That's kind of nice.
In my head, he was one of the nicest men ever. That's why this hit me really hard and threw me into a panic attack. Because it's like seeing someone really decent do something you'd never expect. Yeah, I went through the same thing with Jared from Subway.
Oh, Brad.
Same exact thing.
God damn it, Bradley.
My mom did cheat on my dad a few years ago, and they fought a lot, but they worked it out. And now they are doing just fine. So, although I know she has done some stuff in the past, this was super disturbing for me. And I am honestly feeling sick even as I am writing this stuff, but I am hoping it will help me feel better to put it out there anonymously.
I'm itchy.
He lives in a suburb 2 hours away from the city where we live. This September, I had finished with work and school for the month and had lots of free time. So I decided to surprise and visit him. I usually wouldn't go unannounced, but I knew he was alone and always eager to see me. That's when I saw my grandpa and my uncle spit roasting my mother. I'm just kidding, that's not in there.
Yeah. Damn it. Ew, what?
I don't live with my mom, so I didn't know whether she'd be there. But I was assuming she might, since she has been at his place pretty much every second weekend ever since the funeral. So I used an Uber, which cost me a shitload. I was pretty tired, but still wanted to make him feel good since he has been inviting me to stay there for a long time, and I finally could spend...
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I'm out. Could you imagine using an Uber for a 2-hour ride?
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
Uber made a lot of money. Also,
sure.
I bet
Okay,
this person is the only one making their grandpa feel good. I finally could spend some time with them. And of course, my mom was there when I arrived. She seemed surprised and happy, as was my grandpa. So we talked and watched some stuff together, just average family time. He has a nice place there, so we took some walks in the nature nearby. Everything was pretty good. We stayed for 2 nights. The only odd thing that happened was that in the middle of the first night, I heard like some weird grunting, but it didn't sound sexual at all. I just assumed it's some animal outside or something.
Oh.
I didn't make anything of it. I had completely forgotten about it. On the second night, I heard the same thing and immediately remembered that I had heard it the day before as well. So I got up to see what's up.
Oh no.
I opened the window and there was nothing out there. And even worse, I realized it was coming from inside the house.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Like the hallway. Then I realized that it was coming from my grandfather's room. And when I started listening more closely, I realized that it's actually very sexual. And it's just like an old man moaning like a creepy pervert. I didn't even think it was that disturbing, but I was pretty grossed out. I didn't really want to tell my mom about it, but I did find it kind of funny. Like it was kind of tea, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe let me just wake her up and ask her if she has also heard anything. And maybe she'll discover it on her own when she wakes up and hears it instead of me having to tell her about it. But then she was not in her room. I went to the bathroom and she wasn't there. The house isn't huge, and there is no other place she could have been but inside his room.
Oh god, okay.
And why the hell would he be moaning with her in there if they were not doing something? There's no other explanation. I mean, his wife just died 8 months ago. He could
he could be crying.
Yeah, and she could be
like trying to
consoling him.
or something.
Yeah. Which is why I felt fine reading this, because this is definitely what it is. He's crying and his daughter is just comforting him. My body literally went stiff and tears started coming up immediately. I went back to the guest room and went to bed weeping. I don't, for the love of me, understand if they were not worried or how they didn't think I could potentially wake up and hear them, because they weren't fucking, dude.
I really don't think they were.
No.
For one, that would be so dumb. Like, if you're having a sexual relationship that you're not supposed to be having, like,
well,
you wouldn't be doing it.
I don't know. Usually it's the taboo of it all.
No. Ew. No.
In the morning, it was very hard to act normally. My mom and I left on Sunday at around 5 p.m. and everything was normal afterwards. But I can't shake this feeling that I should tell my dad. What if I am wrong, though?
You are.
I have been having such a horrible time ever since.
Mom.
Yeah, don't tell your dad, yo, dude, your wife's fucking her dad. Bro. Don't do that.
No, just, I would be like, hey, when we were staying at Grandpa's, I was hearing some really weird noises, and see what she said.
Yeah. And I do my best to not have to meet up with my mom. I have only seen her once after this time, and I just tell them I'm really busy with my internship and stuff. I am so disturbed, and I hate that my family is like this.
He might have, like, Grandpa might have.
I don't know if they're. I don't know if we ever got
too.
their gender. We never got their gender.
What? Oh, OP's gender. Yeah. Sorry. It feels very. No, that's a little critical of me.
What?
It feels very male for people to jump to, like, a sexual conclusion.
Well, it feels very female for them to start crying.
You're not wrong.
I can't tell my friends because they will surely be grossed out by my family, and I don't want that to happen. I can't tell my brother because he's still 15 and doesn't deserve to be done to him. Yeah, don't tell your bro, dude.
Stop. Talk to your mom.
The only
You can't just be spreading shit like this.
You have no facts. You just heard weird grunts. He could have just had, like, really bad shits. Like, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The only person I can realistically tell this to is my dad. No,
stop.
But then what the hell will happen? A lot of fucked up shit will happen, dude. And don't do that. It honestly made me even start digging in my past to figure out if I have some repressed memories. Like, maybe I knew all along. But absolutely not, because it's not real, dude. I can't say that I have. I tried being honest with myself, but no. This is disgusting and shocking to me, and my body is probably just running on cortisol in the last months. I do plan on going to therapy, though.
I hope your therapist tells you to talk to your mom.
Yeah. Edit. I just have to add that maybe I was too vague in my description, but once I was an inch from the door of his room, I was pretty sure it was sex moaning. Sure, he could have been in pain, but you don't moan repeatedly as if you're having intercourse when you're in pain.
You don't know that.
It wasn't like a single moan.
How old is OP? I'm sorry.
I think college age.
Okay.
It wasn't like a single moan. It was, like, rhythmic. I actually shudder explaining this, but I feel like if I'm going to write all this, I should at least be clear that I am positive it wasn't groaning in pain. Okay, so I have a good solution.
Okay.
Steal Grandpa from your mom.
Ew, what? Stop it.
And as for my mom,
no.
As for my mom being somewhere else in her room, her phone was sitting on the bed, and all of her clothes as well as shoes were thrown around in her room. She definitely.
Okay, so he might have called her like, "I need help with something right now,"
or he was sobbing and she heard and went in there.
Maybe.
She definitely hadn't snuck out. Why would she go out for a walk barefoot in the cold without a jacket and leave her phone randomly on her bed? This is why I can't bring myself to think that. It was also somewhere around 2 a.m. But she was definitely in there, dude. Definitely in there.
Maybe.
Edit number 2. I decided to confront my mom, but not in an aggressive manner. I haven't read this.
Okay.
I will just mention it casually and see how she reacts. Someone mentioned to see how her body language will be, and I think that's a great idea. Okay, no, I did read this. Yeah. I didn't see the update after this, though. It's pretty scary, but I feel like I'd regret not doing anything about this and leaving it simmer inside me. Yes, talk to your mother.
Okay, so this is them saying that they're planning on talking to their mom.
I thought of doing it over the phone because that feels safer. No, but I think it needs to be in person so I can follow her reaction. I will just have to find a way to meet with her in a non-noticeable manner. It's your mother. Just be like, hey, let's meet up.
Let's go have lunch.
Yeah. Because she must have noticed me avoiding meeting her in the past month. So straight up inviting her to meet and then mentioning that would be too on the nose. I mean, just be like, hey, look, I need to talk to you about something that's been bothering me.
Yeah.
That's okay to do.
Confused. Yeah. I mean, communication's hard.
Edit number 3. For those of you asking on updates, I am meeting my mom in 2 days from now, and I'll try to bring it up as I said, and then watch her reaction. Thanks for the advice. I will update here or make a new post. IDK, what's better? Edit number 4. Tried making a new post. Mods immediately remove it for some reason. So I met with my mom at the mall to watch a movie, and then we sat in the food court for about an hour and a half. She didn't seem to suspect anything at all and was happy to get to hang out with me after not seeing me for almost a month, I think. This dude is about to accuse their mom fucking their dad. I am so excited. So I brought it up exactly as my plan was. I just said that I heard weird noises in the night and got up to see what's up. Then I went into her room because I was a little scared. I had to make that up because I didn't know what other reason to give and not come out as a weirdo. And she was very weird about it, man. Literally. Her face went neutral immediately after hearing me. I was really hoping I was imagining it, but her face gave it away. Really damn weird reaction. I tried to keep my demeanor the same, but my heart definitely sank when I saw her because I was like, damn. I think I am desensitized about the whole thing now and actually don't feel stress rushing through me, but I am now 99.9% sure that she got creeped out by my question. So basically her face went on for a second, and probably if I wasn't paying attention, I wouldn't have noticed it. And then she said nothing. She was like, I don't remember that. I was pretty tired. I could have been to the bathroom. Avoiding it, that's not a good sign.
No.
Because like if you were comforting your dad over something tragic, like trauma like that, you'd remember.
Well, maybe.
Or maybe.
Unless he's like.
Also, it could be.
He's like, I don't want anybody to know about this. I'm so
It could be that
embarrassed.
too. Yeah. Like he just like, especially like that generation.
Yeah, maybe.
So basically her face went on. I don't remember that. Okay. Now she could have been to the bathroom, but I doubt it because of the reaction. What do you mean you doubt it? I thought you checked the bathroom.
You said you were in the bathroom.
I was awake for about 20 minutes after what happened, and I heard nothing in the hallway. No door opening, nothing. And then my mom immediately was like, hey, are you finished with your meal? Let's get a sundae. It's so cringe because she's either doing the unthinkable or she's actually cheating and using my grandpa as an excuse.
Oh.
I still think that Moan was so weird.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
Another thing.
Yeah, she could have left. Yeah. I still think that moaning.
Left her phone because she might have like a tracker on her phone or something.
that would make sense. I still think that moaning was so weird, and that's why what my intuition is telling me. Intuition is telling me. I am thinking of telling my dad now, and he can find out what's happening. It is scaring me though. I don't want to end my family, but this doesn't sit well with me. Can't live knowing and not doing anything. Okay, so I actually do agree with them now. They did try to talk to their mother. Mother avoided the topic. So yeah, talk to your dad. Especially since she has a past of cheating. She has that history.
Yeah. I didn't even consider the fact that she could be going to her dad's to like quote unquote visit whenever she really might have another reason to be out there. But also I do have to point out, like, it doesn't mean that she's sleeping with grandpa. Okay, go visit your grandpa without your mom being there and see if he makes weird noises at nighttime, because like I lived with my grandparents and they make weird noises.
Yeah, it's old people.
They just
old people make weird noises. They don't stop. That's why I believe in euthanasia.
Yeah.
Strictly because of the weird noises.
Oh my god.
That is it. Okay, so
that is all.
I think I've told you this before. I think once you turn 50,
Bradley.
What?
No.
Once you turn 50,
50 isn't even that old.
once you turn 50, we take you to an island, okay? It's gonna be a real fun experience for the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradley.
Should I not?
I don't agree with the island. Go ahead. It's fine. Tell them what you want to do with this fancy island.
So we take all the old people, the ancient people, 50 years old, to the island, and then the children, or if they don't have children, you have people that get to like pay money to be there, kind of like how poachers do in Africa, so they can like support reservations and stuff. So it'd be kind of like that, and you get to hunt your parents.
And that's all, folks.
Well, no, the winner. So the last person to be alive on the island gets a little island. They get to live on the island. They get a little house that they get to live on for a year, but they do have to participate the next year. They don't get to keep on going because they're old. Am I gonna have to cut all that out?
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to decide that in the future.
I'll
That's a
decide to
future
keep it
Brad
in.
problem.
I need your help.
No, we should keep it. Ow,
Well,
yikes.
yeah, there are no more updates on that. I will keep this saved.
Yeah, I mean, how long ago? That was an older post, though. I don't think there's gonna be any updates.
It's like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like super old, but
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's all. That's all. That's
all, folks.
Folks.
Yeah. You gonna?
God, I'm uncomfortable. Mostly because I keep thinking of like my grandpa and my fucking mom. Ew. Imagine your grandpa.
Well, see, I think I'm lucky in the sense where I'm not close with anybody I'm like physically related to. I don't really care.
Oh, I just meant like spending the weekend with your grandpa.
Oh, yeah, I would never do that. He's gross. That would be awful. Yeah, okay, I get it now. Yeah, that's the part that upsets me. You having to spend a weekend with your grandpa?
With your family? Fucking nasty.
Gross.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, so that
I don't know how to say goodbye.
you just did.
That's not good.